you guys finding your common ground.
It reminds me of my favorite Coldzera quote, though. Pora carajo.
Yeah, yep. We'll be hearing it all day long.
I thought it was going to be the Coke Zeros, man.
Yeah. I think I'm with you guys, like putting him outside. You think about the players that play outside, whether it's, you know, an IGL like Apex or someone like Rain, or replacing him with maybe a player like a Liege. That takes time.
I mean, if you put him outside the server, I'd be okay with that.
Whoa.
Whoa, Dustin.
You couldn't replace
Whoa.
He's had his coffee.
Damn, man.
He's caffeinated.
Okay. Dust fired up. Man's got hands. And we'll see who does today for GamerLegion, because yesterday it was a nice showing out of towson. Cool to see him kind of outshine PR on an individual level when we've been talking about PR as the consistent piece of GamerLegion. So let's get it on. We got paiN going fast towards the ramp, and towson and PR speak of the devils. They spin up a hold between the two of them, assisted by ZTR, and soon to be shut down. Soon. Real soon. Davideus given a lifeline here.
Oh my goodness. What? Howler monkeys on the server.
Yeah, they heard Dust talking smack.
Oh my goodness.
And they want in quick. So we'll see if...
that was crazy. He took off his own headphones just to hear himself scream.
Yeah. Blood-curdling battle cries, we call those.
Snow will get his chance to respond.
In due time.
Right? He was just so happy with himself when he did that. That was very funny.
He's been waiting all morning to let that rip, dude.
He's been waiting half an hour to do that.
Howler monkeys. That's you.
I was going to go to Costa Rica on vacation, and I looked up howler monkeys, and they just seemed terrifying.
Also, I mean, like, you know, roosters make enough annoying noise in the morning. Yeah. I feel like they should just remain the champions, but I don't need to be hearing monkeys in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll pass. I think it's Apex who loves Costa Rica. I feel like that's a real shot in the dark here. Maybe he doesn't, but I know he's always out in the jungle when he's got extended time off.
It's a crazy thing to just say.
Yeah, I know, but I think that's where he gets his inspiration.
Oh, I get it.
You see?
Yeah. That's got to come from somewhere.
That's Apex.
Not from other players.
The only thing worse than a howler monkey is a French howler monkey. But I can't talk too much.
They're more cheesy.
Something like that. I don't know. They scream with accents. I just felt like sending Apex astray here. Early days, day 2, Bucharest doesn't show up to the event, still talking trash. You know how it is. towson's not going to let NQZ get back. Why is NQZ got out of hut to go back into hut? Thought he was going to escape, but gets found out. And Rez making quick work of this one. Money to be made, but it's denied because towson shoots through his teammate to get that frag. Get him out of the way. GamerLegion have a victory in mind already.
Yeah, I mean, and we saw them play yesterday, and they were awesome. I think there was moments where, I mean, they didn't look like a total threat, but it was day one. They already looked really good, especially between PR and towson. So with more of that, they could steal a map pick here, which would be impressive.
Oh, I mean,
paiN are such a hard team to forecast because they can play so well versus some of the top dogs, even in place. You know, I feel like paiN are more likely to win a tournament. I mean, GamerLegion can't win an event or haven't yet. It's just that they're way more volatile. Just another team with a high ceiling and low floor, and it's hard to figure out what gets them going, right? Well, for paiN, obviously, it's majors.
Snow sees this invite was that second smoke goes down, and as he makes his play, could be found out. Ooh, he misses his chance to capitalize on Rez. Spam through the smoke, so Rez pressured from both ends of this. And he's going to tap away towards Silo, but between Snow and Big Uzera, they'll find the first blood. Second kill comes right with it, but then DGT traded out. It's that activity here from GamerLegion going mobile. Getting up into the lobby, finding a response, and all the while, NQZ is going to tear it back to the 4v2 advantage. So paiN's slow play outer behind the smokes for a lot of space that they have not yet lost.
They haven't used it for anything quite yet, but they're in a great position to get down lower. Two players still upstairs. They're not looking to rotate.
Gonna sit here and hope that paiN come their way. If not, walk away with a couple rifles. You know you already took over lobby control at one point, so it feels like that's an easy exit for GamerLegion. And paiN's main mission, win this round with still 4 bodies standing. They'll send in Davideus, checking it out, finding it clear for the taking at 15 seconds. So leave it to paiN to take their sweet time. And that's kind of, you know, their motto this season of Counter-Strike since their run in Austin. Take your sweet time. They weren't attending all of the events, and the ones that they did, they were bombing out quite consistently, like just constantly falling 9th, 12th, 9th, 16th. Not even making top 10s at events where you'd expect them to. Was a difficult sight to see, but now they've got a string of events to close out this season. They need to start getting back into that groove as they run towards Budapest. They'll be here, they'll be in Chengdu, they'll be in Hong Kong, and then
maybe that is a good.
They'll have the major.
They at least have a few events and then the major. And
but it's non-stop.
Yeah, it's non-stop.
Terrorists win.
Curiously as well, here in Bucharest, if they want to get that ball rolling immediately, this is the only Stage 3 team from Budapest that is here in Bucharest. And you take that Stage 3 America's spot, you better hold on to it, because we know that Legacy's coming for it. We know that Passion UA want to take a swing for it, being X-Complexity, but paiN hold on to it just because they didn't lose VRS throughout their struggles. Not enough of it. But I think publicly the scrutiny is, are they a Stage 3 team? This week, their chance to prove that they're going to power up into it. See if Rez can handle the heat outer again. Davideus seems very wary of this position. And once the smokes fade, Snow's going to take a look at it as well. ZTR smoked off, so the support system for Rez here is starting to be pushed back. Frag goes deep, and Snow's going to clear it. They're not going to fall for that beautiful couple. Oh, okay. We have questions about Snow outside. You just don't get his entries, they said.
Wow.
And there are 3 beautiful frags coming out of Snow early days on this T side.
Oh yeah, he's definitely done it. They put a lot of obstacles in his way. He knocked them all down. That was about as good as it could get here for Snow.
Suck on that, Dust.
They're trying to make this kid grow up fast, and it's working.
Now, there's a question about consistency and whether he's going to be able to pull that off all T-side long, but nice to see it this early. Strong triple kill wreaks havoc for GamerLegion. This time they at least do have a player downstairs, so there'll be some kind of a contest to stop it, and by someone, it's PR. This is somebody they bank on, him and Towson, trying to claw back 2v4 as NQZ's hands are busy. Biguzera doesn't keep him locked into the doorway, but PR also not taking that wide swing just yet. He waits for Towson to get into position. Incendiary outwards at NQZ, stuck in with this fight. Are they really going to try this? It's easy for Davideus to just lean back. Biguzera also an insurance policy, so yeah, they'll take a look, but they don't get a kill. And so paiN, off of the back of a beautiful Snow sequence, tie this game early.
Would have been a shame if this went any other way. That's such a good round out of Snow. He had some support, but for the most part, he did that off his own, you know, off of his own clears. I think they broke the smoke for him on the cross. That was nice. I'm not sure if that was a CT nade or theirs, but regardless, he could not get caught off guard. That was theirs.
CT nade, that's the invitation. So just capitalizing on GamerLegion's decisions. A real punish early days for this CT side. Moving forward, AK MP9. See if we get into any antics. A lot of bodies up on this A floor, and Towson puts the AK as close as he can without overstepping into lobby. Fire for his feet. That'll disassemble the immediate setup. And paiN will try to piece it together here, not wanting to make a mistake in round 5.
Oh, man, I was going to say. Any round is winnable. You got Rez on a Deagle outside. You've got to be very careful about how you scout. There's a trade. That's nice, but how quickly do they want to move off of it? Even 4v4 with good guns, you get a bit worried.
Not entirely out of utility just yet. Still 2 for the cross outside, so...
paiN are using a lot of time here.
Yep.
One thing about them is they just, they change their mind on a dime, and they'll stay on the same page, but the composition of their maps just looks so sort of unique every time. I think that's how they catch people off guard. But in this situation, yeah, let's see. Ooh, towson goes wide, sees all 3. They can only go downstairs.
There's still that lobby alert going on for paiN, but they get the entry downstairs. Pistol's not going to be able to hold this back. DGT's activation is good. But towson, who spotted it downstairs, is waiting for them to arrive when Biguzera brings that bomb all the way back up. Late rotation to get away from towson.
Nicely done.
So they play this one to perfection. If towson's able to get a kill instead of just jumping back into heaven, then maybe things get slowed down, things get sketchy. But also with the pistols going down into B and also coming up empty-handed, this is paiN playing it appropriately. I mean, walking away, if they met resistance outside, they still had 2 smokes for the wall. They still had a lobby player if they ever wanted to come back main. It was dangerous with the time, but they played with options open, and we see that by avoiding towson in the end.
Yeah, there was ways for GamerLegion to win if they got like a kill on lower, for example. They had all the rotations, they had their early information from towson, but they didn't have better guns. So it's good to see that paiN still won their trades.
Terrorists win.
And they knew someone was up in heaven, which means they were 100% going to come ramp. For Biguzera, I think that was just a simple decision just to go back upstairs. Oh, paiN looked pretty solid early.
And damn, QZ, dangerous, but trying to get an aggressive angle, and he's going to post it. Looking to bully hypex.
Hey, he's a bad man.
Oh my! He recovers, so not as bad as it could have been.
Just had no idea.
NQZ also with a gap on smoke will find a pick off of his own, so each op on both sides peels a player off round 6, and immediately NQZ is going to take a sniff down at lower
walk
B.
into it. Yeah.
Ahead of the timing, but he misses his shot.
Wait,
NQZ,
why would ZTR push?
He's coming back at it, looking to keep him locked in,
What
but
is
ZTR
happening?
still standing, and as he gets into decon, NQZ turned away.
He ran from that. ZTR ran from that. The shot was already missed.
Gets aggressive.
Just probably thought there was someone else there.
Ballsy opening moves from NQZ. 50 seconds and 50 health for him. Posturing lower and seeing if ZTR will get aggressive again. Doesn't look like he will do so.
hypex hasn't really moved. We'll see if paiN are going to think about this or not. He's got a good line.
Gets awkward with the timings, though. You know, that's what
yeah,
almost opened the door the first time.
Starting to get confused, I think.
Yep. paiN just kind of letting him stew in it. And we'll see if the defender in towson's able to lock it down instead. The rumblings of this approach now heard. DGT's contact as he gets front sight is with 2 additional players. hypex pops out. towson's able to get the other 2, and hypex helping hands are what hold back that A-site hit. paiN tried to slow it down and play quietly, ultimately getting found out. You could feel the squeeze was coming, and GamerLegion stepping it up with a double kill here from towson. Off to the races, 6-1, 6 rounds into play.
Yeah, good to see that consistency on back-to-back days. He had that graphic earlier that showed his improvement in Season 2 this year. He has been pretty fantastic. It's just a nice pairing to have with, I think, between him and towson, PR, and Rez. They're all very similar in terms of how good they are. Maybe it's Rez has just taught them the secrets to his spray. Maybe that's what's happened.
It's nice to see Rez just being able to be kind of the pillar of a team for once. Finally departed NIP after all of that time. That was a talking point earlier today that Yanko brought up, that everybody freed from the shackles of the org end up shining. There was great moments from him early when he joined GamerLegion. Can he get it back online?
Oh my gosh, is he going to push this? What a call out, man.
Yeah, Davideus on the attack.
Oh,
Gets found out by towson, whose presence on this A site has been very good. Hasn't looked lost in any of the timings, and Rez also going to clip Snow. Trying to get away with some more smoke play.
It's the hard part about being that outside player, man. You got to just innovate every round.
towson and Rez serving up as pillars so far this CT side. Looking to get it back online with a 4-3 lead if they can close this. You know, you saw hypex kind of get a little bit confused, a little nervous maybe in that last round with his repositions, but you're not seeing that kind of play out of Rez and towson. Although the blind side here, not ideal. So banking on a towson trade and Heaven support, and with back's turn to PR, he's got himself a chance to shine.
Nice.
Rez and towson, ultimately a kill each. They get dropped, and you're looking for the solution. Who is going to finish off what those two started, and now it's PR. So you brought up all three players, and this round is a great example of what they can each bring to the table to just win a round cleanly.
There are some gaps, obviously, like allowing a 30-second squeaky walkout is a really normal timing for the T side, especially late round, low grenades, and down numbers. You're going to try that, so Rez dying, a little bit nervous of a moment for GamerLegion, but they had enough people there to make sure they got all the trades, and they had to worry about lurks. That is one thing about paiN. It's just they're going to come up with new late round situations. You have to stay light on your feet to make sure you're ready for everything.
It's funny as it feels like in the last 24 hours, Rez has really been the victim of those kinds of confusions, right? Twice yesterday on
Hypex.
Overpass, he died on A site because hypex had a kind of lapse in focus or lapse in control of the situation. Now here it is, Rez again, the guy that goes down because of it.
Yeah, you know, when you're opping for someone, and Rez is going to be able to cover everything you do if he just knows how you're going to play it, but hypex is a lot less experienced than him, so it's going to take some time for them to build that chemistry, to know when to get on and off angles, know when to fight back for space.
Ooh, early kills here as PR gets found out. Over top of the fire, DGT finds first blood. GamerLegion come out of the spawn looking to make a move. And instead, you give a lesser buying paiN a great chance to keep this game tied. Not to mention, with that ramp pressure, you've also now added in control of Secret. ZTR just looking to drop his smoke on contact. Will do exactly that and peel back towards Decon. No immediate pounce. Plenty of time here still for paiN.
hypex wants to capitalize on this, but he just comes out of heaven. No flash, no nothing, as they rotate back up from Secret. And unfortunately, it's a little too early where there's still time to do a couple of things. That's one of them's getting up into heaven. They could still wrap through mini. They could still go back downstairs. But for now, GamerLegion at least have two up here.
Davideus leading with that bomb. Picks up the op on the approach. And we've got Rez just locked in, waiting for this. They're hoping they've got the right defense in the right spot, and that would have dropped bomb down, but he goes for the wide swing. Wild with the Tech 9. Big Uzera's cover is fantastic. Didn't even feel like Davideus wanted to stop to shoot.
Yeah.
Just get those crosshairs off their positions, create the space for Big Uzera to thrive, and that one goes wonderfully here for paiN.
That's the optimal way to scale out of heaven, where it doesn't matter how good you are. Even if Rez got the first kill, he can't get two. And because he whiffed, paiN have 5 alive, but no matter what, they would have lost. At least one.
All about taking full control now. GamerLegion, rough spot. But you signed up for this man disadvantage by getting that aggressive fight going towards the ramp. We don't end up seeing how DGT finds that kill so easily, but found it, walked away, and Big Uzera calls it to perfection. Nobody dying in the live round. paiN in a fantastic spot to take control of what's left of this T side now. 4 rounds to go. You got the CTs in such a sketchy spot. That M4 is going to be everything. How does ZTR get it going? Opening move again towards ramp for GamerLegion. Going to remain adamant about taking control of something, and they will find it with no resistance because DGT's already downstairs. ZTR and that Soul M4 absolutely blindsided by this lightning pace coming out of paiN. They've already got 2 players down secret. And it feels like we kind of get the story that GamerLegion felt throughout this round. While they're taking over lobby control and walking through smokes and trophy, thinking that they've got that kind of a pace to play with, lo and behold, moments later, we are all surprised by 3 players sitting down on B site already out of paiN. So total conviction in their aggression downstairs, and paiN playing too fast for GamerLegion to do anything with lesser weapons this time.
Yeah, and it wasn't the time to go slowly again. Like, this is where paiN can actually pick up steam, and I think they have a good sense for when they should change their tempo. I really appreciate them not being scared of GamerLegion in this moment. When GamerLegion, they have enough time to think. They're going to try to make the most of that 1 rifle they saved. I think their expectations were subverted. paiN will take the lead here on T side. What it feels like to me is that if paiN win this map, it's going to go 3 maps. If GamerLegion win this map, it's going to be a 2-0 for them. And I think if, you know, paiN show us something on Nuke, then we get an idea of what kind of paiN we're going to get for Bucharest Masters in general. One of the hardest teams to get a read on.
Again, just opening moments that are making GamerLegion's job all the more difficult. Rez taking early damage this time. Snow's not going to find him outside. Funny that we get this pop-off moment from Snow early on in the T side. That triple kill was so clean, and yet that triple kill still makes up 3 of the 5 frags he has in this half. So the entries haven't been coming from him outer. Now Towson up in the rafters with Rez low down beneath him. He's going to try to go for the quick reposition. ZTR trying to find a golden moment to just fly up this ladder. 3 backs turned.
Oh.
And he doesn't actually get up and out. So it is full inaccuracy the entire time. And that MP9 just chipping away at the heels of paiN, excuse me, not going to be enough at all. So an act of desperation really for GamerLegion here in round 10. And it's not going to be enough. paiN taking everything they want as this T side has gone on.
That was actually a golden chance if he just got off of the ladder. I mean, maybe he gets even 2 kills with how close together they were, but ladder stuck.
And again, paiN are going to be adamant about trying to take down every gun. So really looking to tighten the noose on the CT side. There he is. Just tried to throw him under the bus, saying about how his 1 multi-kill round's the only time we've had to talk about him, and he drops another triple kill.
Oh, were you queuing that up?
Just a little foreshadowing, Launders, you know? Got to pull out all the techniques in the opening games of the day. And plenty of games to come. 8 matches today across the 2 streams.
You think Ash thinks of his players like little Pokemon?
No, probably like humans. Young, malleable humans.
He seems like a nice guy, but you don't know him.
I would hope that he's not dehumanizing these young, impressionable, promising players. But hey, who knows? Round 11 as we still get GamerLegion trying to build up enough money to go in for a full buy in the final one, but it's tough spots to be in. We haven't seen anything when they've gotten these kinds of rounds. Last time it was that ZTR M4 downstairs that got completely blindsided by the pace of paiN. We got an AWP and an M4 out here this time, and Snow has been afforded an easy route into Secret. No resistance as Rez is stuck on just that USP. They're banking on hypex's op positioning down here ahead of Snow, catching off paiN. And I think it's a fair position when you think about how they played the last time versus a lesser buy. That quick pace down into B would have ran right into hypex's off if that was the game plan from paiN. But they've got other ideas this time, and they're trying to get this A split going. They'll find some corners clear as the HUT players double back, setting up that towson M4, but he's not able to make anything of it. And so hypex stuck down inside of the vent. Yes has a kill this round. Desperate to try to get out of here. And he's got 3 sets of eyes trained on him. So no entry into A allowed. GamerLegion try to change up the setup to get ahead of what paiN had shown them previously. But paiN are just flipping through the playbook and making this look easy.
So here I think they don't have a total read on the economy. They go for a standard default. They get Snow to secret and they use him in a very standard way. Like you can throw nades from here. You can make sure no push is coming. And we can go for a, not even a slow wrap, like a pretty decently paced one. paiN are just, they're in their lane right now. I feel they look very comfortable. They're getting away with just good defaults. Fundamentals looks pretty good. This half is almost over now. 1 round to go, and they've already got 7 on T side. Hard maps in this veto. If you're not prepared, it can be lopsided.
Fast tempo to try to end the half. paiN rushing through and met by resistance in towson. Another chance for him to impress from the back of the A site. If there has been a hero for GamerLegion, it's him. And if there will be a hero here in round 12 for paiN, Davideus and NQZ looking to tether up, dropping 1 down into the vent loudly. That's going to raise some eyebrows here for GamerLegion. How do you deal with that at a minute 15?
That one going T roof. Let's see about his path. Looks like they just want to meet up at secret. Try to fight their way back into upstairs where the bomb is.
Lack of bomb possession makes this all the more difficult, but you've spent 25 seconds now to just meet up outer. All while GamerLegion still remain comfortably on top of the bomb. You can see that utility usage over towards lobby just in case. Sure, 1 drop vent, but will they anticipate both moving this direction? Such a tough nut to crack to get into that A site, especially with an angle like this from hypex. He's going to catch them off guard, but he almost let them get a chance to shoot back. No trade from NQZ. Again, don't know his position. And so him catching one off on A is one thing, but the player that dies does 50 damage. towson does it well this round. And now everybody locking him into main. Make sure that GamerLegion do get that 5th. So the faster tempo in this final round of paiN's T side ends up being a chance for towson to show us what he's made of. And GamerLegion walk away with a 5th round at the very least.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, there's a little gamble there from paiN to be like, let's make this an 8-4 half, an upper rush. That would feel super strong. I think it would be very sort of demotivating for GamerLegion after trying to climb back into this game. It felt like they were almost on the same level, and then suddenly paiN started to walk away with things. But the gamble doesn't pay off. GamerLegion stop it. I think they're quite happy to have a round like that. Can look forward to the pistol. I think this one still might not be over.
In a T side where Snow ends up getting 3 successful opening duels, 2 of those 3 opening duels transitioned him into a 3K multi-frag round. So nice to see Snow kind of sprinkle in a couple rounds where we can look at him and say he did get impact from this new position he's playing outside.
Yeah, I think he did quite well. I mean, he's going to have to build out his repertoire of like protocols where, you know, which way he paths, which smokes, what variations, what tricks that he brings up, how he uses them versus different teams outside. That's what it's all about. But, you know, for the most part, a few of his ideas that came with a lot of conviction, how he was going to end. He had some good follow through. His aim was there to meet him.
CTR making quick work of the outer play. NQZ
That was just missed.
Knows he's gotten away, but the window's open. Feels like there's a suspicion.
Oh,
He's gonna come try to clear this. Snow also looking down, so nah, he would have ran. I feel like that would have been heard by NQZ. They know.
sides of them.
Yeah, they're gonna come pressure this, try to clear him out. Oh, jumping around. ZTR ends up getting 2 of the 3 players that were tasked to come and clear him. You want the fight? Come get it, says ZTR. And that gives Rez a chance to slide into a similar position. Man advantage here for GamerLegion.
Damn.
Great chance to kick off a potential for the T side. But while being squeezed, ZTR juices paiN. And with this decon player locked in to the lower site, we'll see if Davideus can catch them off guard, buy a bit of time for Snow to arrive. Oh, he tries to get the bomb planter. Rez good with the coverage. And ZTR's opening will not go down in vain. Snow on the approach, 1v3, no kit to play. Flash to get him out of here if he wants to, but hypex still just locked in over towards Decon. Rez's position is going to go unchallenged. He takes the fight on his term to close out. ZTR's 2 kills sets GamerLegion up to tie this game early with a T-side pistol win.
This creates the most interesting possible outcome. That's a bit of momentum here between the last round of the first half, this pistol, and the way in which they won it. ZTR, they had him painted into a corner. He didn't even know about a second guy trying to hunt him down from the doorway. That was just raw reaction and mechanics out of ZTR. They're skipping the SMGs.
Yeah, 4 Galils across the board. GamerLegion in anticipation of some kind of a swing, but DGT gonna keep ramp locked in solo. No contest outer from either squad. GamerLegion really expecting some kind of aggressive opening from paiN, but they don't get what they were waiting for.
You sack. I mean, some people might look at a MAC-10 and think, well, you know, you have a worse gun, but I think it makes your rounds a lot stronger. You can move faster, you can jump and run, and shoot at the same time, and so it's also a little bit more valuable in this position.
DGT is not getting out of here alive. ZTR keeping him locked into the wall. And a fast move down ramp towards B, where we haven't really had paiN throw too much. Snow slow on the approach. Could get lucky with the back turned, but window's not broken. He'll have to announce himself. As Towson and ZTR lock into the corners of the railings. You've got hypex here in dark as well. Big Uzera announcing that there's 2 pistols over on the double door side of things. And David, that's the 3rd piece of all of this, found out. So easily done here for GamerLegion, taking those Galils towards ramp, clearing out the 2 players that were tasked to hold them back. MP9 was good for 1 in paiN's case, but not anything more than that.
You can see GamerLegion just put all their emphasis on winning this round, not making the most money possible, but they still get the bomb plant. They still keep 4 alive. Now, there are tons of advantages to having a gun like a MAC-10. Again, you can just speed up, you can pop things, you can scout. You don't have to protect the MAC-10 if it drops. You don't lose an extra $1,000 for, you know, the Galil that you would have bought instead. But they were just thinking that paiN might play this round aggressively. Let's just make sure everyone's in a good position to hold, and that idea pays off.
And now they'll get their MAC-10. ZTR freed up for it. Most interesting thing paiN bring to the table is that there's Zeus for NQZ. Catch me in the hut with the Zeus. But early utility forces him off of the position, so gonna get awkward here for NQZ. It's gonna be awkward for paiN with just pistols on this A floor. And another slower tempo from GamerLegion. They're not looking to make mistakes. Feels like after that first half, they know that they could have been more so in it. You know, those early pop-off moments from Snow, that 3K that really kind of set GamerLegion onto the back foot in the first gun rounds. Oh, what could have been is probably what GamerLegion may be thinking here. And oh, what could still be with some momentum off of a pistol victory. Feels like the tone was set when they bought those rifles in the second round. As few deaths as possible. The best way to keep all your money. Good luck to you, NQZ. You'll need it. Emphasizing the squeaky instead. Yeah, he falls down into ZTR, so that's cash made off the SMG and totally tearing through that A site. No contest offered up by paiN whatsoever. GamerLegion gonna take a lead in this map off the back of a strong T-side start. And again, one where they have successfully, yet again, kept a bunch of players alive here.
Yeah, if this keeps up to 5. They've got 9 in the last 2 rounds. This is just...
It's great bank.
Yeah, it's a lot to chew through for paiN, regardless of having CT side to look forward to. It's going to take some bad ideas and bad execution from ZTR for this to totally fall apart quickly. So I think paiN are feeling a little nervous now.
I think the veto makes total sense for paiN to take it to Nuke here, but this is a 5-player team in GamerLegion that has played the map 3 times. They've got losses versus the Mongols and Maus. No shame in that. And a 13-0 over Astralis about a month ago. So
Is that the 0T rounds game?
I believe so. The old CT side specialists. No. It's a 13-0, so it had to be a T round.
No, I mean for the other team.
Yeah. I was like, wait, no, you can't win a game of Counter-Strike without winning at least one. What that T-side could have had in store, nobody will get to know. Good early damage here, paiN. And I think that's the whole point and purpose of GamerLegion making sure so many of those rifles survived in the last 2 rounds is they know that once the guns come out for paiN, it's going to be a tougher fight. Prepared to lose a few. Easier to stomach with cash in the coffers. 3 players over $6,000 right now. So this early damage, still need to make something of it. And it looks like paiN confident in their opening gambit. Go deep in through trophy. Double kill found between both the players that push out. And it feels like now ZTR can just take the gloves off. Once you're in a 3v5, you've got Bomb outside of main.
Ooh, this is actually not a bad wrap. There's no one top hut either, which makes this a little bit easier for ZTR to get out. He's got a lot of support, and they might allow this to happen if they're not careful.
Nice crouch under the line. Davideus back sight's got a flow player in front of him, but hypex on the other side of things. And a 3v5 to get Bomb down with only now 1 player man advantage for paiN. And Snow in a tough spot to get up through this vent. He's going to have to pick his timing to perfection.
It's all about ZTR, man. He's got that squeaky area. He's going to get it flanked. He takes the flank out. Now Snow, can he sneak out? He's scared about it.
Still nervous because the other player in NQZ is yet to find contact with anybody else. Snow wants to react to whatever NQZ can create. And now he realizes Bomb past the halfway point. He's got to make his move. And that Bomb, though, who's got eyes on it? ZTR popped inside of the hut. Hypex is positioned right in front of it. Snow's got both.
Wait,
with
but
Bomb planted back sight. NQZ, it's going to come down to the wire.
No, they didn't even have time to do that, guys. Come on.
I just assumed that NQZ taking his sweet time like that, especially once Snow is able to come out vent instead. To me, it's because NQZ is just going to drop and close out.
Yeah, and that's not just a silly way to lose. You lose both your players as well. That's, again, it's GamerLegion who have money, not you, paiN. You lose an op and a rifle, and the only way that even comes close is if Snow gets both kills.
Huge 5v3 fumble.
Did he have a kit or no? Just wasn't ever possible.
Closest death would have been Biguzera behind CT vent.
Oh, this is now you know, paiN with no op this round. They lose the rifle they could have had. This is where it can get just unbelievably expensive, excruciatingly expensive.
Biguzera, it's a rude awakening. 3 players right there ready for him. Insta-kill out of Rez. Again, Rez just coming through with entry frags. He's the guy that opened it up 3v5 last round, killing Biguzera with ease on the vent. And this time takes it right back downstairs, gets another in the head-to-head.
We got paiN by next round. I don't think they want to even hunt NQZ because right here we've got GamerLegion. They have 1 round, they lose everybody else. Every other round they're saving tons of money. Now they're going to get to 10 first. They're in the driver's seat.
It's another day where we can look beyond PR for impact, which is what's going to bode well for GamerLegion moving forward here in Bucharest. Setting themselves up for a clean playoffs run, 2-0 with today's win, if they can pull it off. But a matter of still stealing paiN's map pick with this T side. Meanwhile, Stream B looking like Legacy is going to kick the day off, impressing.
Nice.
13-5 over Gentlemates.
Crazy. Gentlemates did get the 2 over Vitality and then lose to everyone else.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Legacy, no.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Just great to see Legacy capitalizing on their tournament win. And then moving forward, we said, would there be kind of like this hangover due to the victory? No. They've waited long enough to finally taste the win that they're not letting go of it moving into the end of this year. This is GamerLegion with momentum. 5 rounds straight on this T side. And still not even losing out on the money. In fact, still just growing that economy behind it. And so close to a victory as well, where you've just got to squeeze a couple out.
Hypex says 9 grand, doesn't even want to buy an op, so they're rich. I think paiN, this is moments where they can be like really risky and play different and not play the numbers in terms of, all right, we want to be able to save in this round. We want to make sure we take a few out. Maybe we want to be slightly aggressive in certain spots, but we want to play carefully because our economy is extremely fragile. Like they will actually take a risk that can win them the round because it's unlikely, but totally blow up their economy and spoil the rest of the game if they're not careful.
It's not a back-to-back success story for Biguzera either. He was pretty convincing in his game yesterday as a driving force to the win.
Wow, you look at that head-to-head, and it's NQZ, you know, doing a great job here. 5-2 versus hypex. His main opponent on the op, but hypex really hasn't been impressing so far in the last couple of maps. But it's still only day 2. And I should say on the op specifically, he actually had a good map on Overpass with the rifles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why I think he doesn't need this beast swinging it right now. He got some good momentum going on this T side. It's been born in some of the pack plays that GamerLegion have brought out. Strong trades, keep it rolling. Off of the pause, we come through with a ton of utility. NQZ catching Rez. First blood goes the way of paiN, but the pressure's on. GamerLegion all in towards the A site. PR operating on his own as the other 2 players that were left here for GamerLegion remain smoked off. So these hyper-aggressive A hits just haven't bode well for either team. paiN ended their T side with a failed attempt.
No rotation.
Oh, the fact that he's even allowed a bomb plant scares me because we are talking about a GamerLegion that's already pulled off a 3v5. paiN
Yeah.
showing a willingness to make mistakes at the moment.
And ZTR's going back to check the secret flank. Big Uzera.
That's the weak link. 30
he
health for
tries to
Big Uzera.
pre-aim it.
And he gets the headshot. So retakes on. hypex nowhere to be found. This one is all paiN all day. 6 rounds into this CT side, and they will find their first CT round win. Just totally stuffing GamerLegion, who thought off of the tack and then small tech pause that the aggression inside of A site was going to get this game over. paiN have other ideas.
I was like, Zex are so tempting because they're just the easiest round to play out. They're the most fun to win, but they also feel the most random. When you see these small timings in between smokes and NQZ, obviously great find. Not only getting that kill, but seeing the intention so fast off the silo. And ZTR put himself in a good spot, but didn't feel like he had the extra second to wait. Does a little Swedish clap.
Rez set up outside, and for the time being, nobody here to meet him until Snow comes in. Concerned as well, though, from that squeaky door. This is just good comfort zones for Rez. Still watching his teammates screen.
Oh, man. They've got no
Okay, for a
idea. Huh?
second, I was like, oh, wait. Sorry.
This is really dangerous. NQZ just has no idea this could happen. And they've got nothing watching this. hypex also gets his kill on Big Uzera 2, in fact.
DGT, though, here's Back's turn to him. Oh,
What?
Towson didn't let his guard down. Towson wasn't buying that room was so free for the taking, because when you consider Rez takes over Garage, no challenge. hypex picks up 2 other players and ramps open? I don't think so.
Not the best look here for paiN, man. There was just big gaps, and yeah, everything was just too easy to grab. And a nice round. As soon as hypex picks up the SOP here on T side, he puts together 2 frags. They have just dominated outside. Look at the whole perimeter of the map.
It's going to be a tough pill to swallow if paiN end up blowing this. Their map pick, a strong T side. Sure, you lost the pistol at the start of the second half, but you have not stopped GamerLegion since. The 1 round you've won on the CT side of things is just because GamerLegion kind of offered you an olive branch with that all-in A rush.
Fun, yeah.
You know, you win 5 rounds, you get to play with a little liberty, and after that liberty, they go right back into a slow res approach outer, and another round win comes through from it. So buys are still coming out of paiN. That's the silver lining we're looking for, because this second half has been nothing to be proud of if you are paiN Gaming. And again, looking for this aggression. So they'll try to rinse and repeat. Flash finds Snow. He's going to find a kill and a half as Davideus comes through to assist. GamerLegion didn't learn their lesson.
I'm so disappointed that they tried that again. I think in the back of their mind, they lost so badly that, you know, Big Uzera's going to call, you know, let's not even pre-nade this round. We don't have to be worried about this. There's no way they're going to think about it. And okay, there's still a route down lower a little bit.
CTR's doomed, burned out, and bomb dropped.
In some sense, that play was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
hey guys, they'll never see this coming.
we were so bad last time, they wouldn't expect us to do it again.
Guys, this time there was no pause. They'll never see it coming.
Yeah.
And again, you have so much money still in the bank that, yeah, you got a little wiggle room, but
Oh. Towson could actually make this
I was going to say, with the 2 days he's had, let's take this one seriously. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, because that's 3 kills in! 3 kills in an instant! 30 seconds, and Big Uzera playing scared as bomb gets picked up.
Boy, Towson, depending on how he plays this, bomb gets planted.
11 health.
It's going to come down to how he lurks.
Oh, hell of an attempt here from Towson. You've got to take this kid serious. This is a breakout moment in the last 24 hours. He is turning heads. 19 kills off of the back of a triple in that 1v4 attempt.
And honestly, even those kills is pretty massive. This is a a round that was almost a total disaster, and it turned into hope for GamerLegion, which is exactly what paiN didn't want. And just on the sheer dollar amount, it was really, really expensive. So look how successful this stoppage is in the beginning.
This headshot into the control room. See you later.
Oh man, I thought he was gonna throw that smoke down, walk around to the vent, and go upstairs. That was definitely an option for him. Would have been a great bait to try to pull off, but hard to think in that moment when you've got 3 down.
I just love how pissed he is that he didn't actually win that round. This guy is so hungry at the moment, and so's BigUzera, but he'll be caught out by Rez. Oh, okay! Bending a bullet around the bread box.
Damn.
Rez with a nasty couple of headshots, gunning for this 12th round. GamerLegion starting to bank on the fireworks that the individuals can bring to the table, clearly.
Yeah, so they lose their upper pops, but everything else has just been perfect. Now, this is still possible for paiN. They got to start moving around, though. And they're here to stack upstairs and hope that the round comes to them. Will this be the right idea? I think GamerLegion have seen that they've been slow to the rotations downstairs. They've almost always late round been able to get lower and see no CTs. The question is, how do they think that they're going to play this one?
So low health DGT up in heaven. But it's the player above Hut that looks like he's going to catch tauSyn off guard. Snow's position revealed, drops down to try to get himself another, but now the main player can come through with the cover. Rez on for the ace. 16 kills to his name, PR into the kill feed, and that low health DGT creep out from heaven, denied, blown to smithereens. A quad out of Rez to secure themselves the 12th.
That was a cute bounce on that HE. My goodness. What a couple of openers out of Rez. And what a round overall. Check this out. Oh. Real nasty.
Terrorists win.
Perfectly thrown. Hits both the goalposts.
Are easy.
Slows it down. And we are now looking at a paiN who will be beating themselves up. A 7-round T side bode so well until GamerLegion won that pistol, and now we're talking about a CT side for paiN that is still without consecutive round wins, and one that demands 3 in a row off the back of 2 MP9s and a FAMAS.
And then just incapable of stopping anything that's not an upper exec. They can't stop defaults. They can't win the first fight outside.
Surely GamerLegion won't run at them A again, right? The one thing that hasn't worked for GamerLegion.
No, outside, they've got to.
They'll slow it down.
They're faking the inside pop. They're trying to draw out some utility. They know that paiN don't have much to work with.
Yep. So good opening move to do exactly that. Half the grenades paiN brings to the table here in round 22. Burned already at a minute 25. Gonna let some smokes fade. See if they can catch somebody exposed. Not only low utility, but not everybody is well equipped enough to take these longer range outer duels. Those MP9s, they'll be nowhere to be found. NQZ M4 back in garage. BigUzera the second M4 here towards main.
How do you want to close it, ZTR? That's the question.
Cutting off one of the 2 rifles is a good start.
Threatening a big wrap. I think, again, if they go lower, I don't know if they're going to go big garage. They might.
Looks like back turn to NQZ. Oh, and hypex doesn't get the trade.
He's still alive.
NQZ hanging on to this spot. Wallbangs just off the mark. ZTR will go probably one more mag to the spam. And down to 2 health. Gets back into the depths of garage, survives it. ZTR not able to get the kill back. So are we looking at another 3v5 for GamerLegion with 2 MP9s top Hut? It's going to be difficult to get out onto this A floor. And remember, bomb is on ZTR.
You'd have to do a sick clear here to take out Davideus, but you know it's on his mind.
Davideus actually gives up the angle. tauSyn wraps around off the flash.
That's awkward, actually.
But again, no bomb. ZTR loses that. And GamerLegion gonna offer double digits over to paiN. tauSyn will continue to tear bodies up. 3 kills to his name. The only player to find success in this one for the GamerLegion.
What a monster, man.
And Snow trying to keep the dream alive, the hope more than a dream, if anything.
Finally stopped an outside play off the back of NQZ on a rifle of all things here.
Gets lucky that the first player has a back turn to him, and then hypex just kind of drops the trade frag up close. And that is while still Big Uzera is smoked off on main, so there was nobody to truly help NQZ. He just posts a double kill and doesn't die to the wallbang. This is a lifeline for paiN. Coming through with more nades, less SMGs, and a chance to finally string 2 CT rounds together, but it's going to be GamerLegion walking it out at the start of this one, and they've got the smoke covered to, at the very least, get res over unscathed.
Yeah, I do think that the key for GamerLegion is getting downstairs quietly, again, because paiN will not react if they don't get the visual, and here the bomb isn't crossing, even though they could have made it happen. But so much rests on this just one jump spot from Big Uzera. They don't have anyone in to refresh their position on ramp. That means their low rotations will be strained. Oh, that shot gets missed. hypex, you just can't miss those. I mean, maybe you can, but...
Yeah, you can if Towson's going to, at the very least, pick up a kill.
That was so free.
Trying to pick up all the slack he has to make this happen. Double kill for Towson. Now is it's res to hit the ground. DGT with the clean headshot back. It's still a question about outer control, though, and they don't want to take an additional duel outside. They will go down secret, 2 players strong, trying to eventually join up with PR as him versus Big Uzera is queued up towards the ramp fight. Big Uzera knows what's up. Looking for this duel. He will find that instant headshot, turning back. So they know exactly what's coming. What's left to be offered here by GamerLegion. On an individual level, GamerLegion are starting to break back through. That's a missed chance from Big Uzera. Bad plant position. Now a second attempt at it. DGT doesn't go wide. Over towards the vents, though. There's another duel queued up. And ZTR's headshot's going to make it look easy. Davideus doesn't know that his back is turned to hypex. Can't miss this one. Won't miss this one. And we're closed. The Towson takeover knows no bounds. Another stellar top frag performance.
The Towson takeover. I love that. Scrawny, great line. We need to steal.
Always a pleasure to hear from Ash in interviews like that. Just good to know that the GamerLegion project has a clear head on its shoulders, Launders. And it's nice to see the development that's been going down because, again, we've got Towson top in the charts. He is turning into quite a CT side monster for this team in the same way that PR has been their entry specialist in recent months. They've now got that defensive half of their pop-off potential. And if he's able to put that together again here on Overpass, then we will be praising GamerLegion as they step over top of the Stage 3 paiN Gaming squad on their way to a 3-0 run here in Bucharest.
I mean, they set the stage for a 2-0. Overpass is just their ace in the hole. It's a map that could definitely actually get them far in this event right now if they're going to keep picking it and they keep winning. People fear Overpass 100%. And paiN not scoring their map pick. Well, to be honest, in a lot of their series, they lose their map pick, they take the unlikely map, they go to map 3, goes to overtime, and then they somehow win. That is the paiN formula. But GamerLegion looks solid and consistent, looks strongly grounded at the moment.
It's the paiN formula that they really want to get rid of. I feel like an easy day in the office is something paiN want more than anything else.
They think different, though.
So we'll see if they can piece it together. Right now we got Snow with a frag, a flash, a smoke, a kit, and already a rotation up towards this A site. So no immediate play towards B, has paiN licking their chops, hoping that the commitment comes their way. But when you give so much space over to GamerLegion, you can be ready for it. You can see DGT inbound as well. This is going to be 4 pieces of paiN in position to try to hold this back. But there's utility on both sides and a bit of discomfort in the back of this site. Big Uzera able to get himself a second kill and no third as we finally get an answer back. Rez's P250 looking to pop off, but he'll go down and PR never even allowed in. Not today, GamerLegion.
Not today, gamer.
I said that as if PR doesn't have a chance, but 2 separate duels. Snow's going to be the end of it. paiN Gaming pick up a CT pistol win.
You mentioned that PR wasn't really there on Nuke. Just wasn't needed. If it was GamerLegion losing and PR wasn't there, then it'd be like, oh, how is Towson the more consistent one? But Towson did such a tremendous job. Like, it was just such an imposing presence across the whole map that it just wasn't a factor, really. But here on Overpass, you would expect that it would be this time around. It'll be interesting to see the second half between Rez and hypex, too, to see if any progress has been made on that front. And for paiN, well, they'll be happy to start off the CT side with a pistol.
Rez hanging back, lets the Tech-9 fly. And everybody on paiN, barring NQZ, forgoes SMGs. This would be a very costly round to lose if you're paiN. T-side wasn't the issue for GamerLegion yesterday. It was actually the CT half of things that kind of took a while to get going. This was GamerLegion who allowed FlyQuest to kick off a 6-round T-side after seemingly doing enough on their own offensive. Feels like that's something they're definitely going to want to stomp out if it starts to slip away from them again today. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, it's the attack with the double nades outside B. Nobody home in that regard. Not far off, but just not exactly where they needed them to be. Good Tech-9 damage for 97 health.
Nice.
Snow actually steps into the flames of Rez, so burnt to a crisp to end it. Pressure on this bomb site as Rez goes through. More damage done, and the trades are looking good, but it is still paiN to remain one man ahead of the problem, and ZTR lost in the thick of the smoke. Not able to find his. That's 3 strong for paiN. They'll swap that SMG out for an M4. All 3 Colts move forward. paiN convert it nicely.
They do. They convert it nicely versus really great, well-placed flashbangs, great mollies, kind of multiple tier exec for a round that didn't have much money coming into it. So I was quite impressed by the way that the GamerLegion approach. I would definitely copy and paste that for my own team. Like the way they used their utility, the way that they came in and spaced with each other. They put a lot of pressure on paiN on that site to make sure they got the first kill on each and every engagement. And they managed to do that, avoiding the headshots by the Tech-9s.
It's dark in here. Trying to bank on a dig or two. Or 3 or 4. Towson too concerned with that open squeaky door to realize his head's on a silver platter. Oh, okay, that was from the background. Rez, great coverage, but it's a one and done. Jesus, for a second I thought that front player just got a flick of all flicks. But instead, hypex just takes the blunt of the damage, and it's PR to get the M4 off the corpse. So what more can be done? Smoke in front of Big Uzera at 45 seconds. They're not running away from this. PR trying to do what he can to catch them off. Finds the bathroom player. Spotted Big Uzera, but Big Uzera smoke fades, and he's going to clean house.
One more kill. I think GamerLegion are going to be celebrating. So
Yep.
paiN want to tighten up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we saw the impact.
Big Uzera's like, where are they?
It's got to be somewhere. ZTR creeping closer with that bomb. Not going to find it. Big Uzera makes sure to keep, again, majority alive. All 3 of the M4s saved a round ago are saved here yet again. So economy rolling forward for paiN as they go 3-0 up. Stringing CT rounds together. That's something they could not do on Nuke. They do so immediately here for map 2. Here come the guns for GamerLegion. Let's see what test is in store for us. And by us, I mean paiN, because, you know, I'm part of the team.
They know you.
They know me. Me and NQZ, we go to the same barber.
Oh, that's quick, man.
Speaking of haircuts.
What an assembly up on top of that slide. That was... I'm not surprised NQZ wasn't ready for that.
Quick to it, right? The moment they've got the tools for the job, they've got the opening frag. We'll see if Big Uzera's recovery of this op costs him, but no, he's creeping back and they don't keep the pressure on him entirely. It's a nice 5v4. It's total connector control. It's a comfortable, patient setup outside of B, but what they don't know about is this Snow push. They will never know that Snow has managed to get beyond. How much does he want from this? Nothing more than the PR frag at the end of it, but they've already gotten themselves into the site. David with a double, cuts off the second and third entry. It's that additional piece that got him in front in ZTR that'll find one down. Huge moment here for Snow as he finds himself another early multi-frag. Did it on Nuke, does it again, and keeps these CT rounds rolling.
You know, he could have sat there and really milked it for that moment and see if anybody else came, but maybe they get into the site, maybe the bomb goes down. But he knew his teammates were in position. He took that kill, I think, right at the perfect moment. They were still ready to exec. He had his teammates right here in CT ready to push this molly, no problem. I mean, everything else is just lovely and precise. Another good early round moment.
Those two
Early game
GamerLegion
moment.
players so caught off by that push from Davideus in the fire. Right? They laid down the flames, but he was ahead of it. It's the fact the first player gets past him. He kind of blindsides too, so GamerLegion will be beating themselves up. It's activity from paiN. Quick decisions. Had a convincing win off the back of it. It's going to make GamerLegion's T-side all the harder now. 5-0 looking very likely with a man advantage over Rez and only an AK for the remainder of the field.
Does what's PR stand for? Is it his name? Never caught that lore.
Damn it. Couldn't think of anything funny fast enough. I don't know.
Power Randy.
Power Randy. You want to try again? Personal record? I'm surprised you didn't go with Power Ranger instead of Randy. Don't know what a Randy is, but
It's his name.
could be his initials. He gets the one, the only one this round so far for GamerLegion. hypex thought he'd catch somebody off, but it's 4 alive, so majority alive again and again and again and again here for paiN. Momentum out the gates. His real name is Oldrick Novi, so it's not his initials.
I'm sure you pronounced that perfectly.
Well, he's from Czechoslovakia, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, the Czech Republic. And
You didn't factor in the Exante goose there.
there's a lot of accents in there, man. There's accents I don't even know about. One goes up and down. Today I learned Towson has 2 last names. Sebastian Towson, Towson Lindelof.
Towson, don't call me Towson Lindelof.
Okay.
Oh, they
This-
did the same thing.
See ya.
They did the exact same thing.
Thought he was going to fall for that twice?
And it's crazy because I'm kind of surprised NQZ went to check that same thing.
Because why would they do it twice?
Why would they do it twice? That's the ZTR, baby.
If an A-rush don't work, try it again.
But faster.
And this time, this was a gun round. It's not looking like one with the amount of impact GamerLegion have been able to pull off. Okay.
They're mentally coming apart at the seams.
Yeah, you done woke up the beast, huh?
This is the paiN special, man. They lose their map pick, show up on map 2.
You know what they say, Mo? You got to lose a little to win a little.
Yeah. Scared money don't make money.
If you're down bad, just keep going.
On the bright side for paiN, it does just look legitimately good. They're taking all this good map control. Their setups have been solid. They survived that really terrifying looking half by B exec.
They did the boost back to back.
Yeah. It's the upper pop all over again.
Gonna have to dig a little deeper than that. GamerLegion. Damage done here as PR finds the 1. And the 1 is all he's gonna get. Davideus is on a bit of a tear. 6-1 is his start with this multi-kill.
He was also not doing much on Nuke.
No,
so that's
he
a
was
welcome
not.
sight.
Finished that map 9-18 with a 0.57 rating.
Damn.
Yeah. So if you'd like to make fun of him, now's the time. He's in the process of making up for it. 6-0 CT start. And still, it is a GamerLegion that limps into round 7 with a solo AK-47. NQZ knows they're not going to boost again. At least not where he thinks they will. They go for the edge of the smoke instead, and Rez will find nothing, just the trajectory of the frag going past him, and a full pullback here from paiN. And they want nothing to do with Party.
It's a lot of space being offered up to the T's doing this crawl. Oh, NQZ will miss that smoke pretty badly. And yeah, look what happens now.
Aye, Big Uzera catching the headshot. Looking for a little more with his 58 remaining health. Hypex, you've got the bomb, brother. And looking for the duels instead. That's going to slow things down in a world where they need a bit of money. And this one's going to come apart at the seams if it already hasn't. Now we've got PR's rebuttal. Again, just one. No multi-kills coming out for GamerLegion, and some very awkward moments.
It's like the smoke's offered up there. Hypex doesn't realize he has the bomb. His teammate could be fighting Truck, but what happens after that? If he dies, they all have to keep going back to the spot to get the bomb back in. There's even less chance and time to do that, so that's a gift here for paiN, where they didn't really need one. I think Towson used up all his aura back on Nuke as well.
It's been a big 24 hours for him. We finished that map. I said,
he's like, I can't have a map off.
Yeah. I said the Towson takeover knows no bounds, and we found the limit. 3 phenomenal maps. The 4th too much to ask, or at least for the first 7 rounds. But it is Rez dead to NQZ. Hypex, good trade back. Trying to find reasons to praise the new piece of GamerLegion.
Yeah, that's key.
Especially when he's on the op, because his rifle moments were strong yesterday. But if you're going to be a specialist with the scope, let's see it. ZTR, found out by Big Uzera, trying to pressure Big Uzera back, and ZTR will win that duel, but there's so many supportive elements for paiN already on this A site. Hypex going to fall to David as he gets himself another double kill off of that site, just facing in, taking duels as he chooses. And you can see the frustration there for ZTR, because it's like, why is this guy still fighting? But Davide is feeling it as he tears him up. 3 kills outside bathrooms on the same angle, and now sits pretty 9-1.
I mean, he was going to fight like that, and they had the tools to kill him. They just didn't. So look at the paiN players right now. 10K on DGT. They're just rolling in it.
Ooh.
Man, this...
What's he going to do with this?
Oh, wow. He's just going to kill him.
That's all we're going to do.
Standard style, eh? Not crazy style.
Feels like after that implosion that goes down in the second half of Nuke. Because, you know, now that we're turning this back into paiN's favor, we've got to remember that that first half of Nuke felt great for paiN. 7 rounds on a T side. All seemed good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
You know, it's not like they came out they didn't look incredibly sloppy on that T side. We had the right multi-frags when we needed them. If anything, it was just so surprising to see them kind of fall flat on the defense, but they are right back to winning ways. GamerLegion running out.
NQZ's got contacts now. He's not wearing his glasses.
He's not wearing his glasses.
You got to take them off too, then.
I can't see without my glasses.
You think his are fake?
No, but I don't own contacts. What else would I do?
I don't really know how that works, but can't you just buy them?
Not right now. I'm at work. In a country where I don't speak the local language. Okay, you're thinking A-Rush is going to work, huh? The all-in Tech-9 rush down A. Met by BigUzera, who gets himself 2 kills. Awkward one here for NQZ. PR
with 3.
triple. It's Tech-9s for most, but that one Galil hits the ground. ZTR wants to get his AK going.
They know Snow knows they're going to try to push into him, surely.
He's ready for it. towson, shadow advantage offered over, and bomb possession for Snow confirms that ZTR is pushed deep. And he's got a rifle because he lets him know. Wild Spray finally gets there. Good damage done in response. It's 40 health versus Snow, who just sits on this angle towards sight. Waits it out. ZTR hoping that he peeks.
Oh, he's
doesn't
gone.
get the reaction he wants.
I feel like ZTR just waited long enough that he could have had Snow turn around going to bank. But then he took the pre-fire, handled by Snow.
Nicely done.
And they land on their feet in the end, 9-0.
Are you talking about the score at the top of the board or towson's kills and deaths?
Yeah, that's not... they didn't really stick the landing with his score, that's for sure.
2 9-0s on the scoreboard. paiN loving the look of both. towson is effectively offline here for the second map of today's best of 3. We'll see if he can charge down something at this B site, taking control of short immediately. Davideus dropping nades, and DGT finds first blood again. It is PR down. DGT locked in, though. And so towson's going to try to get the trade. The first frag's been found, folks.
That's a nice one.
10 rounds into play, towson gets his kill. How many more are there to come? Rez versus BigUzera. They both catch wind of one another. Good flash from Rez, sets himself up, but he can't get the duel done. And BigUzera has been tearing them to shreds as he gets aggressive through bathrooms, now fighting over top of Fountain. A 15-kill half for BigUzera already.
And he might not even be done. Still alive in this round, too. Peeled back as the T's come towards the A site. This could be the perfect one-and-done position to get all the glory here. Smoke goes out early because they're not keeping his eyes towards long, assuming that they're going to cross up on the site this way first, but they're not. And he'll go down. Actually a chance here for GamerLegion.
Concerned about the flank, but it is indeed both paiN players coming up from the B site instead. They've got plenty of utility for this retake. How deep is this angle? Oh,
What?
towson
Why?
getting a bit greedy. You could just be playing the bomb.
Yeah, why?
Instead, he makes a move, gets found out, and with that, puts all the pressure on hypex to try to close out 1v2. He's outnumbered, and they're on site already. He misses his chance at killing NQZ. A second shot also missed. 2 more bullets in the op, and NQZ is going to keep that pressure on. towson gets a couple kills, gets a little over-ambitious, and 10 rounds consecutive here for paiN.
There's no problem pushing, except they have 2 players. They could do it at the same time, or they could play long together, or bathrooms and long. They just weren't complimenting each other at all. And then hypex takes this shot. If he did it, he actually has a great chance of making a 1v1. In a one-on-one with the up on long, depending on the utility available, you're in a pretty great spot. So definitely chances here for both of them, together and as individuals. But that's what happens when you don't communicate well enough.
You got to use the chatterbox. Communication is king. Wow. Didn't expect this. Gonna be honest. Just gonna keep it real with you.
That's pain for you, man. That is just pain for you.
Speaking my truth. Good on BigUzera to kind of have another takeover moment. Highest rated player in their opening game yesterday. Didn't feel like he was gonna replicate that after Nuke, but now he's taking a swing for it. Ooh, hello.
Just in view for seconds.
Well, hello. Don't mind if I do. And QZ given an absolute freebie of a kill. And These frags, I mean, they've been trying to pepper paiN on this B site, but they've been real elusive here. Slippery dudes. Snow changing up the spot. Davideus by his side, but we get this walkout through Monster, uncontested. GamerLegion think they've got an opening on B, and they're going to keep the pressure on these two defenders at 30 seconds. Trying to scale forward with the flashes. Good kill from PR. And hypex trades out as Rez gets his as well. So everybody contributing here for GamerLegion. The first question was how many rounds before towsing gets a kill. The next question is how many rounds before GamerLegion win one. And with a man advantage in the post plant, utility still sailing outwards. We've got time here for paiN before they can chuck out the two incendiaries they still hold. ZTR hiding inside of the site on bomb. Easy pickup. As the fire doesn't even find him, he makes his swing out and just offers over the kill.
A second molly as well.
Gonna keep the short player at bay, but could still fight. Rez offers up the duels, and they come through with the retake.
Guys.
paiN, 11 rounds so far.
Oh, you're joking. They're making every mistake that they possibly can right now. They'd love for this to be a 13-0.
Just keep peeking. Everybody thinking they have to make their moment happen then and there, but instead, just offering openings over to paiN. Man disadvantage, they don't give a damn, keeping the momentum going. And very nice spread in terms of the frags for paiN as well. Davideus, DGT, and NQZ, 11 kills apiece. Big Uzera, the tip of the spear, and Ash burning that third tack pause here and now because surely you need at least one.
Yeah, without one, it's unlikely.
This is going to put a real dent in the GamerLegion approach as well because we've been discussing them kind of using this overpass pick as their tool.
Yeah.
You know, a weapon to kind of keep other teams on their toes. Well,
at least other teams won't be afraid of their overpass future.
Tactical loss, huh?
They can sack this because they have Nuke.
A cheeky. Oh, hey.
All right. See, paiN don't even have to hit their nades right now. They can 13-0 you.
It's on purpose.
They
Here
can't
comes
push
Big
around.
Uzera. So aggressive, taking the fight to Rez again, but this time Rez wins it. Round 12. Is this the one? We've got a boost outside of the B site where 3 players stand. And a man advantage to work with. But a man advantage post-plant wasn't even enough. So don't write off paiN's ability to sweep this CT side just yet.
Are they going to boost? Oh.
Oh, as they disassemble? Yep.
There's the flash there. Another flash, maybe.
Hello? Howdy, neighbor. PR's been the best performing player for GamerLegion on this T side. He will not be a part of what's left here. Oh, nasty quick zoom.
Oh my
NQZ. Don't even see the scope, but he
fly.
rails him, and so paiN take it back. Yikes. Tough pill to swallow if you're GamerLegion. ZTR taking that bomb to the B site, and it's going to be Rez to try to draw all the defenders up. If he doesn't get a kill, you'd think this one's too much of an ask for ZTR, but Rez looks to blindside Davideus. That B defender a bit hesitant to leave, but Snow is inbound to help DGT on A, and that bomb starts to walk out through the monster. Rez stomping forward, but the element of surprise has been lost. ZTR is going to have to hang on for dear life here, fragging a flash to work with. He maintains an angle and shaves Snow off the site.
No smokes left. They throw that one out early.
He's got the kit. ZTR with the huge reposition, wraps back around Monster. Fast on the timing. DGT getting on that bomb, and he's not faking this. He's a stick and down to the wire. ZTR walks it out. It's a long con fake into that A site that ZTR will use to find 3 kills and GamerLegion's first round. Check this out.
Yeah, this is crazy. It doesn't
I don't even
scope. See the scope.
It doesn't scope.
Yeah, you said quick scope because there's no icon in the kill feed, but I didn't see that. That screen did not scope.
That's an NQZ, baby.
That was a sub-tick quick scope.
An NQZ.
That was a sub-millisecond quick scope.
He's kind of nasty.
You just hit both buttons at once and it does that. It's 100% accurate no scope.
Dude, he's that guy.
Oh, it's because he has contacts.
Oh, that's what that is.
You get to unlock that.
Cyberware upgrades. Well, at least it's not a 13-0.
No, I mean, that would be way more funny.
That's, yeah, but not for GamerLegion.
Don't care. They have a map.
Sure. Now they have a map, and they didn't get 13-0'd. Safe to say, pistol could be important. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. That is a deep.
Wow, he tricked you.
Oh,
Decoy
guys,
tricked you out of game.
I think there's one out of the map, guys. What is this, Battlefield? We keep it inside the walls, but the walls are closing in on GamerLegion. And in this silence, 30 seconds into the round, you know they're feeling that squeeze. Here comes Rez's chance. Nice first tap. Not going to find himself a multi-kill in the second pistol. And pressure on ZTR as Davideus connects his second frag of the round. paiN looking for the express lane to victory here on Overpass. hypex locked in with NQZ. Not going to be able to find his multi-frag either. So 3v2 we go. Bomb to be planted, uncontested. Nothing GamerLegion can do about it but wait.
Yeah, these spots are pretty impressive as well. How are they going to get out of here?
Smoke on Towson if need be. We'll see who takes first contact. He's only got one round with kills so far in the map, and he's down empty-handed as David gets a third PR. Needs all three. One kill into it already, tries to clear the corner. Not gonna happen. paiN will make this as easy as they can on themselves. It's a force buy needed by GamerLegion.
Could have been a 13-0.
Not today.
This is definitely really surprising. It felt like a story coming into this event, at least after yesterday, then the pick of it again, Overpass for them. You know, maybe that's what makes them the difference to get them to deep in this tournament, and it still could, because they still have a relatively robust map pool outside of it, but this will change our expectations a little bit.
Trying to control that gun, but just giving kills back over instead. Snow, Mac 10 double. Dude, you had a 5v4, you had the gun, you had the T's scrambling to get through. Snow trying to be the savior here. He could go better. A couple more players on this B site, but Rez isn't going to let him get to the safety of the pillar. So who's up next?
Molly doesn't do much. He can actually swing behind this when he wants to.
That's going to catch Rez off, isn't it? Oh, they go for the deep fight. Rez actually just taking the fights on his own terms, and NQZ is going to go down with nothing. Blasted away by the 5-7s. GamerLegion with a little more fight left in them.
That's what they need to do. PR with a good fight to kick things off, and they had 3 in B. paiN still wanted to go in that direction, but they could have left. Oh, and Gentlemates. Looks like they might actually win a map in that series after getting stomped on map 1.
Well, on Inferno again, eh? Legacy and Inferno. Not what it used to be.
No. GamerLegion destroyed but not defeated. Ten rounds to go.
Dust2 waiting in the wings as the decider for this series. Rez catch a I don't think, did DGT do something wrong there?
Just existing, I think.
Just existing, huh? He just took one too many breaths for Rez's liking. Rez spams him out of this one. hypex gonna find damage versus Snow, queuing up Rez and ZTR to continue tearing apart this Bathrooms approach. So not yet, paiN. You've got to wait for the taste of victory. At least one more round. I love how he's just had enough.
Come on.
He's been walking around, taking his time. He's, you know what? To hell with this.
You
Runs him down and gets the deeg.
Crazy.
Of course.
It's the view model, I think. It was just right in his face.
Barrel stuffed.
Crazy style.
9 rounds, folks. 9 rounds. All that GamerLegion need to push us into overtime was all a ruse. Glocks here for paiN, so let's make it 2 more rounds, shall we? This will also bring Towson back to reality in terms of his event rating. If he's not able to get more going.
I'm praying for him.
In the few rounds that are left, because it was really something that we were, you know, it was going to be a real tale of this event if he could keep that kind of an impact up. We look at GamerLegion, we look at his evolution. It's, you know, praise sung towards Ash as well, and the fact that he's getting a player to reach new career heights.
Yeah, plus they're going A on the ecos. Poor guy can't even farm his way back.
That's what I'm saying. They're not letting him back in, but the longer they extend this game, the higher the likelihood that he can protect that precious rating. 8 rounds to go. Getting more and more forward. Rez in the last couple days has really actually kind of controlled his aggression inside of the A plays. Never too far away, always happy to kind of sign up for some sort of an opening fight. It's not one of those A players that turtles up easily. And we'll see them down inside a connector here, supported by ZTR this round. hypex floating alone in upper bathrooms. There's actually a lot of responsibility for him. ZTR, if he misses his timings, this could get real awkward for GamerLegion. This could damn well be the end, but he pops up and takes NQZ's head off. That's going to activate the connector player. That's 2 players down in here, confirmed. Oh boy. David just takes the legs of ZTR out as Snow comes through to get the other. PR pushed off the B site, but they still don't, as the CTs, know about Big Uzera.
This trade, though, bombs in the stairs. Snow watching it, right? Or sorry, hypex has eyes, but I don't know if he's peeking. Oh.
Right. And Snow's not going to activate because Big Uzera's got a huge opening here with 30 seconds left to go for it.
Oh, he just spotted him, too.
As the bombs found out, if the CTs rotate loudly up from the B site, I'm telling you, this Big Uzera position is going to catch off the counter-terrorists.
Oh,
Snow wants to fight, though. He's going to go at it, clear that out, and now, again, you've got no issue to deal with from behind.
Hey, that was actually genius.
But Big Uzera dropping smoke down towards the dumpster, opts not to go for any kind of aggressive surprise element play. Just looking to play this nicely, together. Trying to do what GamerLegion couldn't in their post-plant. They go bathrooms and long here for paiN.
Hoping to be able to flank someone. Can just join up in bathrooms. Make sure that's clear for Big Uzera if they take too long. Smoke is available here for PR.
Kid on both of the CTs as well, so GamerLegion letting that bomb pass the halfway point. It's going to get a little bit desperate. You can smell it. Snow goes down, and it's going to have to be a good spray from Big Uzera trying to get the diffuser off. The coverage is great.
Nice.
PR both kills. Towson hands busy with the bomb, and GamerLegion only 7 rounds now.
Snow didn't have armor, it looked like, but still did a good job of getting to that point. I like how it came. I thought he was going to try to wrap around long. I was like, 20 seconds, you can't do that. But he knew that if someone's holding it from there, they'd be holding it for the shadow position and could catch him on the wall. That was just such a good play to make that scary for GamerLegion, but scary is all it'll be. Poor Towson, as this game gets closer, his score just doesn't change.
Nope.
So it's not like they all got stomped together, you know?
Yeah, guys just diffusing bombs and smokes now. They're giving him the grunt jobs.
Valve score is going to be through the roof.
Ready for some kind of an A hit. Not the case. paiN rocking the boat bound to be fast. hypex trying to stand this test. Missed second chance at a multi-frag. Towson's low and struggling, as we knew. Already you've got PR, though, down into the mud. Him and Rez trying to lock down B as the original defenders both dropped. Bomb trying to cross over. DGT clears out. It's going to be on Rez to keep this second map going, or else it's paiN to extend play to Dust2. One plant faked. biguzera's op cover in the background. And that angle cleared. Rez, clean headshots. Damage done, but not enough. The paiN recovery on Overpass is real.
Okay, so let's circle back to before the series started and before this map started, where there was a lot of conversation around GamerLegion making Overpass a staple in their map picks. Possibly after seeing this, Dust,
GamerLegion better be doing their best paiN impression. Towson, will you be able to get back to the top of the charts, Mo? I think maybe.
I think maybe. I mean, if you go off of odds, it's more likely to play well than not.
True.
It's just so weird that it happens on Overpass, where he carried even PR yesterday. But you know what? It's more about paiN than it is about GamerLegion, right? Like,
agreed.
Them picking up their opponent's map pick is just like a perennial discussion. They just love to do it. It doesn't matter. It gets them through so many big series. It's kind of crazy how they operate. If they just won their own map pick, they'd be the best team in the world.
Yeah, somebody should suggest that to them, maybe. You know,
maybe their coach could help them with that.
Try to maybe win the map you choose.
Or pick a map you don't like or something. Do something different.
Get weird with it. This is where the party ends for one of these two teams. And by end, we're not in the elimination games. It was a good start yesterday. And it's a good start to this round for Rez. Rez in the pistols. A bit of a beast. Loses his teammate in front of him. Confirms that half of what's left of paiN is up here in the tunnels. And they're going to go charging forward towards biguzera. The whole pack of GamerLegion's players go hunting.
I wonder if they know I'm here.
NQZ, buddy, I'd hate to break it to you. You're not fooling anybody. But if he waits, then they will separate. And that'll give him a chance back in. But GamerLegion have other ideas. Leave it to Rez to kick it off well for the GamerLegion squad.
Very, very sharp.
There we are.
There we are.
True.
Is one of them German?
I don't know. Ash was... if that was Ash, he's putting on an accent. But you take damage, huh? There's one SMG on the field for ZTR. Ooh, PR's M4 through the doorway. hypex, no scout shots needed. It's the Colt that holds back top mid. There's the scout shot he needs as Davideus gets taken down to a third of his health. And paiN's attempt to rob away starting momentum here on map 3 seems like it's going up in smoke. Speaking of smokes, blocks off the mid doors. That actually opens up a chance to punish PR, who just gave an M4 over to players with Kevlar. Ruh-roh. They've got cat control, they've got a scout, they've got an M4, and they've got two players with Tech 9s willing to do whatever it is to set up the real guns. Ooh, you gave them that M4. PR costing ZTR his head. hypex trying to find more scout damage, is leaving this one open. It's damage on 3 of the 4 paiN players, but it's man advantage and a bomb plant inbound.
Bomb has been planted.
Rez versus 15 health. biguzera lets him out. Pistol's going to try to run back away, and it's not going to escape this retake attempt out of Rez, but the smoke will block one off.
They have a flash for him.
Yeah, send on through. You've got little to lose. You need to make this retake happen. Goose player fighting it off with the scout. That M4 in DGT's hands, in sight, trying to hide, cleared, and now you know where the last guy's at. It's a wide swing here, but it's not going to happen. paiN make GamerLegion worried, but worry not. Rez has got the retake going, and GamerLegion keep 3 players alive. All M4s move forward.
Pretty solid, a little bit scary as they get up on the cross. You know, one thing you want to see from hypex in these spots, it's not where he's standing, but even just taking an extra half second to decide if he's going to shoot, I think in some of these spots. You know?
Just aim.
Yeah, just aim first because, yeah, he's quick, obviously. He got that headshot on the cross yesterday. But again, these shots are not, you know, to use it, you know, you putt for the dough. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You putt for the dough.
And you drive for the show.
Drive for the show, okay?
God, all your expressions are leaking into my brain.
They're just working. So it's not sexy Counter-Strike. You just want to aim sometimes and hit a slower shot, but you just want to deliver that because I don't think sometimes you can't see the impact of you missing if you get away and live.
Yeah.
While the other team is scaling on your teammates and making it way harder, but something you're going to have to consider when you play against some of these better rosters.
I mean, not that hypex is anywhere close to m0NESY's caliber, but I remember that was one thing when like m0NESY burst onto the scene at
Yeah,
first.
he shot every time he got flashed.
Yeah, and then everybody would be, oh, but he's so fast. Like, cool, but he's got to work on his hits.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and then if you have the flash, it shows your ceiling. That's nice.
Yeah.
You can always keep that with you. But
you know, don't lose your identity, but also don't lose rounds, more importantly. ZTR to be tested towards long. Ooh, you've got a couple of players low. ZTR able to catch 2 frags before being toppled towards long. PR is going to let them get up through the long. And as he pops up from behind the car, he's got a low health pistol. All that remains now for paiN. And GamerLegion sprinting their way to the 3-0 start on the CT side of map 3. Yes, sir. 4 Colts held on to, and that's going to be GamerLegion happy to build some economy early on the defense, recovering from that sketchy last round.
very sketchy. I mean, they could deliver a very serious blow here, GamerLegion, and they play their cards right. You can see they're a lot more confident right now. Maybe they're focused. I don't know what. It's hard to say exactly what happened to their T side on Overpass, where again, they like Overpass, but it wasn't even their CT side that was the best part.
Yeah, yesterday was great. Today, not so much. Good flash,
Really
Rez.
nice, man.
Gets Towson into the action early. Nice to see Towson tearing it up. He was, what, 11 rounds into Overpass before he got his first kill?
And then he ended with 3. Now he's 5-0, so.
Yeah, the formula's already back in place for GamerLegion.
Again, total mystery how that last map happened, considering it was Overpass, but this is more of what we expected to see out of GamerLegion.
It just felt like his overperformance was... I mean, anytime somebody is performing the best they've ever performed, it's inevitably going to have to cool off.
Yeah, like always bet against it.
And he did cool off. It's just crazy that he cooled off that much, you know?
Ice cool.
Could have just gone, you know, 10 and 12. Ah, darn, not my best map. No. Just throws out his worst map. Little yin and yang action here in Bucharest for Towson. hypex, clean shot. Fast as well. But he gets it. Holds off the cat approach. Cuts this down to a very comfortable 5 versus 2 in the face of paiN's gun round. And time is ticking here for Big Uzera and NQZ. They've got a lot to save. Honestly, when you still have all these nades as well, they're going to give it a shot. At least hoping that the utility gets something to pull on, but without a frag, can you really commit to this? I say save the Molotovs. Let this one go. Try again in the next. 4-0 start for GamerLegion and 5 players alive. So not only 4 guys in the last round, now 5 up. This has been a bit of a dry spell in the frag department for paiN.
The other weird thing is, I mean, we could hype up GamerLegion and say, okay, this is really impressive, but we've seen paiN play on Dust2. Like, this is where they take some of their big wins. This is where they go to OT. This is where they're really, really comfortable as well. It just feels like at the moment, after the Austin Major and after all this time has passed, we're seeing GamerLegion go through it more, and paiN just not go through it as much, and it kind of makes you wonder whether or not paiN have, you always risk burnout playing too much, but you also build resilience getting reps in. And it feels like GamerLegion have a bit more of that, so.
Well placed. Frag grenade drops DGT to 68 points of health. That's my favorite nude grenade sound.
Love it.
Ah,
Oh, that's going to kill him, isn't it?
bada boom.
Right in the knees.
That kill feed is just a collection of letters. PR plus REZ, frag, NQZ. Question mark DGT. What happened to, nouns?
Snow is the only normal name in the server.
Rez playing off of the bomb site right now. So Towson's a bit of the weaker link just because of the damage that's been done earlier on in the round. Nobody jumps the gun with that flashbang, so they don't really announce themselves just yet. Numbers could still catch off GamerLegion.
Not cracking this open, and they're trying to push him back a bit. It's kind of interesting because
There it is. The weak link's been found out. Towson gets his head popped back. Plat, now it's all on Rez, leaning back from Car. More where the first one came from. Bomb tries to go tunnels instead. They're coming at him one by one. And Davideus, Desert Eagle in hand, 7 seconds to the clock. He's not got this round. It's over. Awkward one here for paiN again.
That's crazy that Rez does that well, and it feels like he didn't ask for any help. It's like he knew the mid B was coming, but they just wanted to stay patient. His teammate died. He crouched behind the car for his first kill. It's a great angle to use to catch people off guard. And then, just in time, they get through the smoke to take the Opera out, who's scaling on him from mid B, but he made that look so calm and so easy, when in reality, it was a pretty threatening split.
Feels like that's Rez's skill set, you know? Kind of cooling off a situation, and that round is just a great example, a good reminder of what he brings to the table. 7-1 off that play.
Yeah.
Even when he loses Towson, that realization like, oh God, it's me or nothing. That's fine. Let me sit on this car.
Yep.
Comfortably rode off the threat of anybody else coming out from middle when he turned his attention to the tunnels player, but that first tunnels push also disjointed from the second tunnels player. Because you don't want the first death to go in vain as you wait for the bomb to try to join you. But waiting for the bomb would have guaranteed that there was no trade. He tries to make it happen, and within that moment, Rez thrives. So GamerLegion flawless thus far, 5 rounds into map 3. Tons of money being made as PR sits on the brink of $10,000 surplus. And we wait for paiN to get this game going. Big Uzera's walked out uncontested. What's going to happen from here? Sitting alone on the other side of the doors.
GamerLegion doing a good job, just not giving them any lurk kills. There's no sneak out here happening. Big Uzera's going to activate when they put pressure on Cat, surely. Because at 30 seconds, either they turn this into a mid-B or a Cat play, but they need to do it together. They're not that high on utility. Oh,
drops.
There's a drop down. Perfect.
Ooh.
Wow.
Snow taps over towards Rez, so putting forward another multi-frag entry moment. Towson out from window.
Still alive.
Again, he's going to separate duels. Tunnel player finally emerges. That awkward lapse of attack kind of made Towson second guess where the next attack was coming through from. And so paiN do get their feet on this B site with man advantage. Fire outside of the window.
Got their guard down a little bit. DGT just needs to get this kill.
Looked into the wall for a moment, but ZTR didn't pounce. Keeping their guns out. hypex and ZTR both outside of the window, going to go for a boost to try to clear anything they can. Is there a commitment to be made? I don't know, but the exit is also no guarantee. Trades right there, just enough time to keep the pressure on. Second frag for hypex is nice, but Davideus sticks around to make sure one player stands tall. paiN find their first round, only keeping one player alive though. They've got more work set out for them.
Not gonna lie, I had no idea that that was coming. I thought maybe some kind of cat exec or whatever, but they did this solo telegraph. They dropped Snow into CT without the Freiburg smoke, without the setup smoke on the cross. They just went for it really quickly, and that's kind of fresh. Like, it feels like it could be really risky. His back is exposed too, but it doesn't give the CTs any time to prepare for it. That's such a paiN moment. They do something a little bit different.
And it's cool that they're weaponizing paiN in that, Snow in that regard. You know, Des kind of had some questions about his entry ability. It's not his identity. Taking over the outer roles of Nuke is one thing, but again, it's like the question is long-term and consistency, because he's got 2 kills, and they both just happened with that one play. Otherwise, 0-5. But hey, it got their first round on the board. And at the end of the half, that's all that's going to matter. This time, we're going to go harder on Catwalk. GamerLegion, 3 players here, ready to go. Fire flying for them. Snow ahead of the corners. Got a player locking him in. There's no escape here if you're Snow. What does he drop in the process? Nothing. PR, the only issue for Snow. Bomb down in front of it as well, so tough place to be in. This was a big commitment for Snow. Maybe not anticipating so much resistance, but it has given so much over to GamerLegion.
Got this long lurk, which actually might catch one. We'll see if they back up. No. Davideus slowing it down. They want to join up with Cat, too. CTs are in great spots, though.
Dogpiling this bomb control.
Yeah.
NQZ's barrel should have just been spotted, but he'll get a chance to peek out and instantly gets dropped by hypex. You win 1 round with 1 player left, and then suddenly all of GamerLegion here on Catwalk holds you back. Snow dropping bomb over gave GamerLegion all they needed to full commit to that setup. It was 3 players Cat out of the gate. But when they saw bomb and no trade potential for Snow, they smoked off what was left of paiN, and that's an easy 6th.
Yeah, that was good use of that box, and I mean, that's the time that a aggressive Cat setup is called for. It's very well executed. More good stuff here for GamerLegion. Not letting off the pedal.
Big Uzera, time to shine. Utility to set him up. And he's ahead of the flames here for PR. He drops down into CT spawn, finds 1 kill, and that's the only gun paiN had to work with down. Sure, you'll get an exit over towards long in Davideus getting closer to the ZTR fight. Resin DGT also a potential for a reopening here from paiN, but without that rifle and without that bomb, I just don't see a way. Would take a huge mistake here from GamerLegion, and they haven't been making mistakes.
No, they haven't.
You know, sure, you get caught off by that one crazy opening move out of Snow dropping down into CT spawn, but again, that's his only multi-frag, as they're his only 2 kills in this half so far. So be it, you're gonna lose some. And right now, we don't know if they're gonna lose any more. GamerLegion back into the form that took away map 1. Towson just missing the timing on the mid walkout. DGT slow to the approach, gets his damage, and damage is all he finds. Last man left is the one that had the least to work with. That Glock hits the dirt, and GamerLegion go up 7-1.
I'm saying, man, Overpass is going to be like the Bermuda Triangle of this matchup. You know, we know the ship's sunk, we just don't know how.
Magnets or something.
Do you know what the...
I know what the Bermuda Triangle is.
The prep, no, the Prepler's theory about it, or
jellyfish? I don't know.
Whirlpools.
Oh, I thought you were asking because you knew the answer.
No, I was asking.
Oh, okay.
You,
nope.
Like, you know how the pyramids were built and stuff like that, so I thought maybe...
Shh, don't tell everybody. The hell?
Giant.
The hell, Wonders?
The Giants.
The Giants. Is the New York Giants.
It was built by New Yorkers. That's property in Manhattan.
Damn. But how did they lose Overpass? You know, people are going to be theorizing aliens 2,000 years from now.
Yeah. And then it'll be the conspiracy. Did they lose Overpass?
Overpass never actually happened.
That wasn't in the pool.
It's a good thing Snow had that one good round.
So memorable, though. That and the outside takes.
Nice timing on the ZTR duel. Worth taking a shot to the chest. And paiN letting them know that there's more where the first one came from. Missed shot from hypex gets cleaned up by ZTR, so he doesn't get punished for the whiff. And he'll find the harder of the two shots, wall banging out Big Uzera. So DGT 1v5, no bomb possession, 30 seconds, and Towson on the prowl. Got him. 5 strong for GamerLegion. Economy is just growing to no limit. PR about to hit $16,000 if they don't start losing players soon. And so paiN, the road back into this game, looking dire.
It's also crazy how much now strength they're showing on Nuke, which we thought paiN would be better than them.
Sure.
And Dust2, which is very strong for paiN as well. This is just sort of another impressive series for GamerLegion, which, again, makes me wonder how far they can go in this event. Is this the event?
You telling me Ash is going to lift a trophy?
Yeah, like, if it's going to be...
There's a world.
Yeah, this would be the event.
It's the one.
This is the type of event, for
again,
sure.
Highest ranked team at this event is number 9 in the world in 3D Max.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of teams here that are saying, this is our event.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make it really interesting.
We will have an unlikely champion. Because even if it is one of the more likely teams, it's either like, what, Aurora going to finally
Aurora
do it?
in a slump, or...
You telling me a Liege is going to touch a trophy in 25?
Right.
Or is it a back-to-back for a team like Legacy or 3D Max?
Yeah. Totally possible.
Try to touch them their grand finals again. Get it while it's hot. Right now, GamerLegion looking to set themselves apart. But again, that overpass will still remain a question. This is awesome. Good on you if you're going to just dominate paiN on Dust2. Take this win, go up 2-0. Try to give yourself the easiest road. But I want answers as to why you lose overpass. Right now, it's just the cat challenge coming out and Snow the last man left.
Okay, it needs to be a big moment. He's got 2 kills. He's set up for a 1v3 right now. There is no utility to use. He could separate the 1v1s.
Yep.
Oh, he missed a big chance.
He's going to try to still take it to Towson. All the while, that long player sprinting over, and it gets a little awkward. Towson's going to hit him hard.
I think he could have ran back for the long duel and then also had the bomb planted for himself, and then...
There was a world he pulls that off, but unfortunately, the second round that Snow gets any kills at all, he gets another 2K. This time, it does not result in a round win, and we are looking at a GamerLegion that could still rock an 11-round CT side. Talk about blowouts here in this best of 3.
Yeah.
The only competitive half, really, was that first half of Nuke. And even then, paiN kind of exceeded our expectations because it was such a successful first half.
Top fragging with 4 kills in a 3-way tie here. Davidea, Snow, and DGT.
It's not always...
Oh!
He's fast.
Wow.
Keep it up, hypex. You know, trying to be a part of this domination. You've got 3 other players with more frags, but it's that winning formula where everybody on GamerLegion are piecing it together at the same time. No solutions to be found, and look at just the confidence that's boiling over now. Frothy as they take over the tunnels. Mid control is going to be had. You know, paiN are trying to piece together this little long play, trying to make it happen.
Ooh.
hypex dropping multiple players at this point, and it's total map control everywhere else. But here's that 3v5 rebuttal. Rez back turn to him, cuts off one half of this approach. And while Biguzera's got a position on Car, he's lost the duel to ZTR. NQZ in a sea of smoke grenades. He's got his second of the round, his fourth of the map, and tausen hits him from the flank as, again, that push is just so active. tausen and Rez topping the charts as GamerLegion go up 10-1.
Boy, they have been swarmed in this game. This is a masterclass so far from GamerLegion on the CT side. So many good looks, like amazing individual performances on average from almost everybody here. I think everybody's had a great round. Again, the one that paiN won was a solid tactic, but I mean, it's a drop in the ocean.
Couple of nice shots from hypex this round.
Yeah.
But it's really the flanks that spell disaster for paiN, both the cat flank and the long flank. Just so confident to push behind paiN when they had tunnels control out of the gate, essentially. There's been very little hesitation across the board from GamerLegion. You even think of that round Snow loses bomb on Catwalk. They just dogpile those cat boxes. They have not given chance to paiN at all. Not to catch their breath, not to find opening success. And again, it's going to be early tunnels for GamerLegion. Rez on his own, coming at it from lower, insta headshot onto Snow, who has gotten himself 2 separate 2Ks in this half, but that is it. That is all. ZTR for the first time tries to overstep through the long doors, thinks, well, maybe I can go for a push. And instead, it's man advantage paiN off the back of that death.
Let's see if they can convert it. It's just like their strongest position that we've seen in some time this early, maybe ever.
And it was kind of given to them, right? 2 separate solo pushes from GamerLegion. You kind of...
I mean, they're running out of ways to win, so...
You've earned yourself a chance to make mistakes. You're allowed to give away a second. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? paiN post 10 rounds straight and we go overtime?
Exactly.
You know?
That's never happened before.
Hold W, why don't you?
hypex, it's all coming to him, which is kind of a fun spot to be in. There is no mid-B split either, so he can have eyes wide open. One flash to fall back on, teammates not ready to rotate, and they're locked up in their spots, not pushing long, not vision on Cat. Star of the show here.
Chance to shine. Takes a second, aims and catches DGT in the background, gives himself a flash to try to peel another off, and he hit that shot on Biguzera.
Yo.
Here we go. hypex looking to lock it all down. Damage done, and the sidearms not enough to finish. So he tries to go for it, knowing mid was contested, and that time was limited. Fire onto NQZ is not going to spread upwards, but you know he's in this corner. tausen hits the headshot on for his 13th frag. A Biguzera clutch from window, though, will give paiN that second. A much-needed second round win comes by way of a B-site squeeze.
I mean, 1 round is beyond reproach. 2 rounds, it actually is possible with a pistol. It makes such a big difference. Because it's Dust2, we'll hold our breath to see what paiN can give us, but they're obviously not feeling great. That was disappointing. That was way weaker than we've normally seen from them in that half on Dust2. GamerLegion, wildly successful. Everything was great.
I'm going to toot hypex's horn for that hold on plat. Unfortunate that it was just a wallbang on Biguzera, or else that would have been straight up him versus 3 players on tunnels completely held. But Biguzera makes the difference. And he did aim that extra second. Saw the shoulder, didn't panic, hits the player in the back. That was a land. This was a second kill. If Biguzera gets stuffed on that, then he's allowed to turn towards mid and pinch what was left of the play. So he damn near did that on his own 1v3 on site.
It's really nice to see him be patient for once. When he's hit lots of great shots this half, that first half, I mean.
Yes, sir. Yeah, a couple over towards long as well. Took the wind out of paiN's sails. But there's very little wind propelling paiN forward in this now. Pistol could be the gust they need, but it's an all-in charge from GamerLegion. Gonna keep this one simple, slamming themselves against the B site. Okay, Snow 2 with the Berettas. Rez and PR, 2 versus 5 in the Pistol, and they've already got 2 kills in. They clear out this bomb site.
Rez and PR in a post plan on the B side on pistols. That
Right.
I don't even know if paiN have an advantage right now.
Oh, it's kind of horrifying if you are paiN to go up against this prospect. It's going to be a gut-wrenching feeling if you fail to close 5v2, but here comes that window push. PR gives them a bit of position, and he's lost Rez in the backdrop. Nice shots here from David. Woo. And that is going to be a 3rd round for paiN and a pistol to potentially give them momentum.
Really will. Yeah, that 1 round in a pistol, it is actually suddenly just a real game at this point. I think paiN will be disappointed in themselves for how they started, but they're not afraid to play from behind. They're not a team that rely on strong leads, that's for sure.
Tight pack here, GamerLegion. 5 members top mid. AK and 2 Galils in the mix.
So high intent on using these smokes while they're up just to get this walk off so they can't nade one open.
DGT smoke in middle.
Yeah, it's a quick crawl. NQZ has eyes wide open.
No nade in hand. They could just suddenly pop this.
CT's not putting any pressure on this cat cross right now.
All right, smoke goes down as the execute's coming out. Is it too late? Tech9 ahead of the utility. Bomb is now on site. And DGT gets dropped. Huge one here for NQZ. The bomb tries to push beyond. Could have planted for Catwalk where there's 3 players to hold. Instead, you've given David a chance back in. Snow's already going to start helping out. That is a huge mistake in my mind to go for that push on ramp.
Look what happens after. They all have to fight long to go and get that bomb back. They can't just pretend and run at it. Also, ZTR had so much utility. Let someone else do it or let that guy be scared on the ramp. Either way, you don't have to deal with it at that moment.
Watch that. Bomb carrier right there, running up with a nade. Swings wide. And suddenly what was a good cat approach.
Nice shooting here from David.
Turns into a lame duck. Not the best GamerLegion round this series. This one won't be comfortable either. Desert Eagles across the field. Sitting ducks for NQZ. He's going to make sure that they don't get beyond that elbow. And support is on the scene. Wow. Of course, Rez drops him through the wicker baskets. But it is still a 5th round for paiN CT side. So GamerLegion, you let them get that 2nd round at the end of the half. Pistol win. Full conversions.
Yeah, full conversions.
Let's see if the guns do a difference because you are letting paiN get back in. No denying that.
In MR12, you can't skip by the half buys when you lose the pistol. You have to get the couple of kills or the few kills to put a lot up, especially when it's the CTs who won it. So here comes the top buy for NQZ. No op in response here for GamerLegion. It's still a 5-round lead. But man, that can feel flimsy sometimes.
PR to flash in the pack. That's multiple bodies out mid doors. Smoke down, trying to get with this sudden pop. DGT to challenge, doesn't
Bad
expose
nade.
it. Oh God, he's gonna go for it again, but the smoke's deep. The kills not coming their way. Snow double kill hold.
What?
Third frag as he turns it over towards the tunnels. More to go.
No way.
Quad on his own. And just like that, takes the life out of GamerLegion.
What a hold here. They put him in the small site. I remember when it was a question how well he would do. Here he puts his full skills on display. Amazing moment for Snow.
There's been a lot of empty rounds for Snow as this game's gone on. A lot of zero impact moments, but the multi-frags are felt, and this one more than any other. Catching them while they try to chase the player under window. Fourth kill, the only real duel he has to deal with.
And that'll be the first player to cross 10 kills in this game for paiN.
It was so bleak for paiN in that first half. Nobody was finding their multi-frags. Nobody offered up a moment, barring that 2K drop into the CT spawn from Snow himself. But he capitalizes in that last round and finds them blindsided. Only one of those four players were even shooting back at him. Fast time to kill, didn't give them a chance to try to push him over. B site closed in round 16, and back to the Tech-9s go GamerLegion as they are flailing to find footing in this second half. Gonna try again. Smokes out middle. DGT ahead of it this time. Over towards Long, they'll get an immediate trade on David. And stuck behind the cars, NQZ not going for any kind of duel just yet. hypex gets hit by that off. Now they know about it. And he'll finish off what he started. M4 picked up. This is pressure on NQZ.
So
pressure is fine.
Nice.
As far as he's concerned. Teammates all rotating over. And paiN are going to make this a 3-round game once they deal with Towson.
Yeah, he doesn't even have the time to really put anything together. NQZ, he's here on 1 HP. Already put up a show.
Counter-terrorists win.
3 frags on the round. Really nice stuff. paiN aren't dangerous when they're sad. They're dangerous when they're happy.
Sometimes just feels like they make it so much harder than it has to be.
Every time.
But that is sometimes when we get the best of paiN.
They're the type of team to rise to the occasion. It's what they consistently do.
Now the occasion right now is a potential 2-0 start here in Bucharest. It's going to be catch-up all map long. A 2-round T-side, a 5-round CT streak. But guns in hand for the GamerLegion. Easy. hypex walks right into the Big Uzera hold. This double op setup already worth it with an opening kill in round 18. PR trying to chase that trade frag, but Big Uzera is not going to offer anything of a second look through mid. And GamerLegion see that as an invitation. They're going to walk this through the doors. Another smoke dropped on CT spawn for them. DGT looking to open it at the right moment. Creates a gap, but doesn't confirm whether or not they are on the other side of this. And all three of the players that were through that door have now peeled back. Deep commitment over towards Long. Car is still where you will find NQZ. There's actually a bit of a numbers advantage for GamerLegion. 4 versus 3 in terms of this mid to B split, but DGT is going to cut one down, and that's a solo attempt from Rez out mid. Would have loved to have kept him alive for the later portion of the round, but Big Uzera end through windows, gotten himself a second in this one. He too was struggling at one point. And as Big Uzera looks to reposition over towards the door, it is DGT's car spot that costs them a triple here for Big Uzera, as paiN no longer too concerned about what was once a huge lead. 2 rounds the gap now.
Yeah, it's just looking like an easy CT side. GamerLegion are floundering. They don't have the explosiveness. They don't have the firepower they had in the first half. Might end up like another mystery that we saw in Overpass. If they're not careful. It's been a freeze frame on their score lines. Before this half started, not a single paiN player had over 10 kills. Now not a single one doesn't.
And another first blood for NQZ. Bomb gets picked back up. We still have that towson AK in the equation. Little long challenge to try to get paiN flustered, but they have so much control of the situation. And another kill comes their way as PR hits the ground. Still, towson's AK. When and where does it get the ball rolling?
They're just getting pieced up, man, everywhere they walk.
Bomb spotted as well. NQZ knows that it's headed towards Catwalk, and you've already got 2 players ready to hold this back. Way too comfortable here for paiN. towson unable to get that rifle into the mix. ZTR's Tech9 will find the 1. And towson still yet to hold that W key towards long, so ZTR serving up a distraction, but towson taking his sweet time, concerned about a position that's been occupied more often than not. Right now, there's nobody car. Fully eats the flashbang. Great turn from DGT. Great recovery here from paiN.
Nasty. Getting better and better, and they just... It feels like there's no space on the map. Suddenly, GamerLegion have zero confidence. They are moseying around, taking individual fights that they can't win. paiN, I think they feel impervious. They've got dragon armor on right now. Plot armor, even. Oh, great find from hypex. That's something. That's a key player as well to help with the B-lean if they want it.
Try to take over for GamerLegion as everybody's gone so quiet. He now leads in the frag department.
Just don't give this one back.
This would be a critical juncture in the game for him to come alive.
Yeah.
Kind of putting him under the microscope so far these first 2 days of Bucharest.
If they're careful, they could say they never lost a lead.
Well, towson and PR tend to steal that show. They really need a savior. An X-Factor moment is already too late for GamerLegion, but better late than never. We'll see if it comes forward.
I like them pulling the goalie on beat. They've got significant presence on this A side. You can see the lean already from DGT and CT spawn, so this is not going to be free for GamerLegion. Oh, that smoke as well. It's really annoying. They've got to wait it out.
Gonna stand in front of it. Maybe just jump right through it. NQZ ready for it. Takes an extra second, gets a bit of vision, and a bit of vision, all he needs. Oh,
my
more flashes, more pressure, and catching them in the net of that cat hold. 3 bodies hit the ground. hypex is still in the middle of this.
They've got this locked off on long. There has to be a miss here. PR has to bait a shoulder peek, otherwise this is done.
20 seconds. PR slides out, bested by the sidearm. hypex doesn't know there's a player straight down beneath him. He's just trying to give himself smoke. Okay, hold on. 3 kills in for hypex. We said we need a hero.
Time.
He's got it. This plant is good, but the pressure's right there, and they'll expose him. A frag and a double from the tech.
Man.
Tied game at 10.
Perfect coordination every step of the way. Impossible shot there for hypex in the end. And that one is finished. That's just such a beautiful round out of paiN, from every decision they made to how seamless they moved in their tactics as the exec was coming through. A tie is unreal. And that's from a 4v5.
hypex tries his damnedest, but nobody else contributes to the kills. An abundance of nades, but a dry spell of round wins.
It's quickly turning into one of the greatest tragedies so far, potentially at the event, if paiN pull off this entire I mean, GamerLegion have not won a round yet in the second half.
Ash biting his fingernails in the background because this would be a total collapse of GamerLegion.
Yeah, mentally, this is crazy.
You know, we said there was already questions about Overpass, how that could be allowed to happen. This is even more so shocking, but they've gotten themselves out through middle. At least a challenge through the door as we hit 40 seconds, and they are setting up this 5-player B split. DGT is going to try to make his move here. PR down beneath him, caught while jumping.
What a shot.
But Snow's got another hold going.
How good is this guy at B?
Just the USP left. Gun needs a reload, but he's got the bomb outside of the bomb site. Towson's going to have to push beyond, and that is why Snow lets him have that site. It is a one-man hold from Snow again, and there are still guns in hand. They could take these challenges. 10 seconds to spare. It's despair here for GamerLegion. A challenge towards Snow. He's just going to try to dodge that threat, and PR's not got enough in the tank to do this.
He could die after time.
paiN Gaming, after a 10-2 half, have a lead.
Oh, he hit him. Oh, my goodness. A lead in this game. PR nearly dies after time. And now the entire series is up for grabs. Again, not a single round in the second half for GamerLegion. They look like studs when this kicked off. It felt like it would be impossible for them to lose. paiN may have not even needed a second round in the first half.
Snow with another one.
Snow is a fantastic B anchor, and we have seen moments from him in this spot in other games that are great. So you don't see B anchors as mobile and make it work. Usually you've got a guy who's patient, who knows how to pick his fights, who gets a 2K spray down, you know? But Snow, he does it a little differently, and it works really well.
Perfect timing on that challenge out the window to catch the third player in the background. Here is Ash's last tack pause to use. Waited until paiN took a lead on map 3. This is 10 rounds consecutive if you count that second round T-side. And what's wild as well is in this streak, not only have we talked about a second half where GamerLegion don't win a terrorist round, they have not planted the bomb since the second pistol.
What?
They have not planted bomb since second pistol. This is a non-factor T-side as far as paiN are
They're not even
concerned.
getting in the front door.
It
They haven't
is
cracked a sight a single time. That's crazy.
Smooth sailing. Double op setup comes through for paiN once more. Last time they pulled this out, it was an instant Big Uzera mid-kill. NQZ quick reposition. Big Uzera blocked off from the angle he wants as smoke remains up. He's going to try to pop that open. DGT ahead of this is going to catch the jump up.
Oh, man, it's
sure enough.
beautiful.
And now that counterpart is dead. hypex, no chance for the op at GamerLegion to get going. Rez taking a look at this A site. You hear that stomp of DGT up from spawn. NQZ's patience worth it.
Holding wide is beautiful.
3v5 is what's got GamerLegion left in this one, or paiN Gaming secure overtime with a flawless CT half.
They're playing like geniuses right now. Everything looks so composed, so tactical, so prepared.
And in front of the smoke, it is confidence for paiN.
My goodness.
Nothing has gone punished, and nothing has gone well for GamerLegion. Yet another moment where they don't even find footing on a bomb site, let alone a plant. They will walk away with what's left in this one. Unbelievable comeback.
Yeah. especially considering the way the first two maps go and this lead. And it's like, at what point did paiN get warmed up? What was wrong with them until this half? The best they'd played so far. Flawless on the CT side. It's an unreal recovery of all of their scores, to be honest. I'd love to know how many kills GamerLegion have got in the second half. Look at that, man. They don't even have to move their crosshairs. Every single kill.
There was a point.
Big Uzera is opping.
Yeah. There was a point in that first half. We were talking about GamerLegion winning this event. That's how excited we were getting. But PR excited to get this ball rolling towards Cat. Hits the ground. DGT, good trade back. It's one of those moments where GamerLegion just try to make a fast opening gambit.
It's heavy damage on Rez. They're going to take... Oh,
Okay.
that's a quick shot. Okay.
hypex with another chance to shine.
And they're watching this long flank. Oh, he still gets the kill. That was the chance.
Davideus dinked in the process.
Unreal kill that he got. That was the moment GamerLegion could have potentially brought this back. Now it's a 3-on-3. That damage helps, maybe. But Davideus knows he's not even worried about long.
Smoke in front of the tunnels player at a minute. Everything is here for GamerLegion. 3 players strong inside of the tunnels, and that's going to give more time to paiN to take elsewhere.
Yeah, it's not even just GamerLegion. Everyone's coming to B.
Big Uzera's got a read of the situation and an op posted on the door. If you think you're going to jump back towards Cat, if you think you can rock this boat, you're going to have to use some utility to cover it. And ZTR's got that full belt, flash, smoke, and flames. He finds the opper blinded. Ooh, the pressure of Davideus is quelled. ZTR gets the kill and tries to go join up. It's another moment here for Snow. So quiet at times, but huge multi-frags over and over, and a frag grenade well placed. hypex so close to the ace. Last time he was thrust to the clutch. It's him and Snow with 8 seconds. paiN's flawless CT side on the line. Are they denied? Not today. paiN will close this. A systematic failure for GamerLegion. And just another reminder of how paiN will always bring the fight when push comes to shove.
I've always wanted to say this unironically. The comeback is real, and it was real for paiN. I need to remind you, 10-2 at the half.